So today in this video, we are going to be talking about Deuteronomy 8:18, what it is saying and what it is absolutely not saying. And I'm going to paraphrase it for you today, but definitely get out your Bible and read to study to show yourself approved, right? In Deuteronomy 8:18, it says, "But thou shall remember the Lord your God, because it is he who gave thee or you the power to create and produce wealth." The Bible did not say that he was going to rain down wealth on the passive, right? God did not say, name it, claim it, reach up and grab it, and that would be all that was required of you. It is saying that he gave you a set of gifts, talents, a skill set that you can cultivate, that you can grow in, that you can be diligently advancing yourself to understand in order for you to get to the place where you experience wealth in the way that you truly desire to do. He gives you the power and the ability. It's not for you to take all the credit, look and see what my hands could do, but it is for you to be able to say that he gave me this ability to be able to do that, and I made good use of what he gave me. And so I want you to remember that this week as you go forward, is that it's not hustle theology, it's kingdom responsibility. It is our way of imploring our gifts. It is our way of making good on what we're already good at. Making good on what we're already good at. And so I just wanted to share a few notes that I've written down to share with you all today. So Deuteronomy 8:18 says that heaven authorizes our ability to produce wealth, but you have to execute. As I always like to say, you have to be the person who puts feet to your faith. You can't hope and wish and pray and then not do anything. You have to get in the game. And I like to use the analogy all the time of football, because I love to watch football. My husband loves football. I love to watch football with him. And there could never be a winner in the game, any sport, if there was not players who were diligent about their craft, who decided to cultivate their skills so that we can watch them on TV, on national TV, do what they do best, do what they enjoy doing, and win at it at the same time. The same thing is for you. Now, you might not be watched on the big screen, you may not be on the big stage, but there is something that if you do and continue to do well, you will exceed at, you will begin to build wealth in doing, whether it is learning how to play an instrument, whether it is something you do in the marketplace with a business. It is something that you can do, a skill that you have, a natural talent that you may have, that once you cultivate that thing, it'll help you get to your wealthy place. I always say be an active participant in your own financial rescue. Like I said, when I read that in Reverend Daniel Lappin's book, that jumped out at me, because again, it's saying that it requires something of you. And I think sometimes as Christians and as believers, we think that it's all up to God. It's nothing for me to do on my part. And that is absolutely not the case. There's absolutely something that you must do in order for you to experience wealth. Again, not to take away from and say, look at what my hands have produced, look what I did. But just like a farmer with a garden, he can't produce crops. The garden can't produce crops if the field and the ground is not cultivated, if he doesn't put the seed in the ground, if he doesn't water the soil, if he doesn't do the things that he needs to do for the crops to have a healthy environment to grow, right? God does the working behind the scenes. He orchestrates our steps, but we have to get moving in the first place. God doesn't rain down wealth on the passive, as we said. He releases ideas, skills, discipline, strategy, courage, and wisdom. Let me read those again. He releases power, ideas, skills, discipline, strategy, courage, and wisdom, and expects you to steward it boldly. So again, there is something that we absolutely have to do in order for us to get moving in the direction of our destination, of our dreams. We can't close our eyes and daydream and hope and wish and pray. Here's the truth wrapped in our royal wealth identity. God rescues through action, not avoidance. Provision flows through obedience and execution, not wishing, like we talked about earlier. You can't hope and wish and pray. You have to be an active participant. You have to put feet to your faith. You have to get moving. Wealth is activated when you move, decide, plan, and govern. So, what is in your hand right now? What skills do you have right now? What can you do and you do well? How can you monetize that? How can you give that skill set back in a way of value in the marketplace? If you know how to wash cars, you can have a detailing business. Maybe you service executives or CEOs, or you service people who are maybe business owners or doctors, accountants, attorneys, those who have very rigorous schedules that don't allow for them to necessarily go out and get their car washed. Maybe you can provide that service that you bring to them. And so that is a valuable service that can be used in a marketplace for a group of people who need that service because they can't get out, or because of time constraints and scheduling, it just doesn't allow for them to be able to do that. That is something that you can offer in the marketplace. So for a CFO, the chief financial officer of our finances and our life, how do we design our life in a way that we live in the most purposeful and profitable way? How do we determine or decide? How do we look at the skills that we have, the degrees that we have, the knowledge that we have attained, and how do we categorize it and look at it in a way that we are able to bring all of it together into something that is beautiful, that we can give and use to serve in the marketplace? So I want you to think about that question. What skills do you have? What knowledge you have attained? What do you do well? What are you naturally good at? That you can list all of those items out. List what you do well. List the things that people come and ask you about all the time. List the things that you have studied and you have learned and you have applied to your life. What can you use? What can you do with what you currently have? If he has given you the power and the ability to produce wealth, you have what you need already. You just have to work what you have. And then you're not asking God to do what he has already empowered you to do. He has empowered you to build wealth. He has given you the ability to be able to do that. And as long as you have your eyesight, your hands move, you have your brain that works, there is no reason that you can't take what you have and bundle that in a way that brings value to someone else and brings bank to your bank account, right? There is no reason you can't take and bundle up your skills, your knowledge, your talent, the things you have invested in, and allow those to grow for you once you use them as in the marketplace. So I just want to jump on and share that with you all today. If you have read Deuteronomy 8:18 and you believe that God has given you the ability to produce wealth, put wealth in the comments. Let us know what you are doing and what you plan to do. And again, wealth, it means something different to everyone, right? For me, I think wealth is living a healthy, wealthy, overall life experience. That is true wealth to me. Yes, you want to have money in your bank account, but you want your relationships intact. You want your body, your health in order. You want to live and enjoy life to the full. And he gave you the ability to be able to do that. So I just want to jump on and share that with you all today. Remember, type wealth in the comments to let us know that is what you plan to do. You are leveling up in all areas of your life, but especially financially this year. Just want to share that with you all today. I want to wish you all an amazing day. Bye-bye.